There seems to be some real discontent building among Republicans, the Trump administration, and others about the role of Elon Musk, specifically because they probably don't really care that he's doing the disastrous things that he's doing, but that already we're seeing signs that this could be a multi-year political problem for the GOP, where people will be fed up and remember, represented by the Trump administration, what Elon Musk was doing, the role that he was playing, and just the general unpopularity of the richest man on the planet coming in, buying his way into his administration, and then shutting down agencies that hold people like him accountable and protect everyday consumers. I'll show you a clip you saw on screen just a second ago of Trump hinting that Elon may be on the outs, but different headlines about this first. In some context, Newsweek reports President Donald Trump shared an update on the future of the Department of Government Efficiency after its chief architect, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, revealed last week that he plans to step down from his role as special government employee by the end of May. Musk is a special government employee, a category for temporary federal workers who are only supposed to work 130 days out of 365 in their roles. On Thursday, he told Fox News chief political anchor Bret Baier that he believes he can complete Doge's stated goal of slashing $1 trillion. Okay, sure. $1 trillion in government spending within that time frame, which would be by the end of May. That's not going to happen, okay? The funny thing is, he's doing so many destructive things, but still when you look at the numbers, it's not even making a dent in his stated goal. And then if you take whatever cuts he's saying he's made and the food support to people who are hungry and all the different things that he's done, you add it all together, it's going to make this little speck. And then it's going to become an even smaller speck whenever House Republicans get through this massive tax cut bill, disproportionately benefiting the tip top, that will end up spiking the deficit even more. Political reports, Trump hints that Musk and Doge may be coming to the end of the road. Do you think this is because they genuinely think Elon's achieved his goal? No, obviously not. And if there was as much fraud in the government and waste as they say, despite not being able to prove it, they would need him to work on that the entire term, right? So this has to be because they're responding to a political problem. And that's where this comes into play. Media is saying House Republicans are pointing the finger at Elon Musk for their struggles in special elections. I'll tell you more about those after the Trump clip, ahead of voters' trip to the ballot box on Tuesday. According to Politico's Jonathan Martin, while President Donald Trump has christened April 2nd Liberation Day, April 1st could be and should be Liberation Day for congressional Republicans when it comes to Elon Musk. And it cites House Republicans who are saying that Musk is turbocharging the backlash to Trump and accelerating the revival of demoralized Democrats and independents appalled by the billionaire's cavalier attempt to slash the federal government. And then listen to this. Some House Republican was quoted as saying an April 1st massacre would be a beautiful thing, talking about their own party, so that it would push Elon out of Doge, I should say. So all of that context in mind, while Trump will try to act like this is just a lighthearted thing, he's done great stuff, but he has to go back to, running his companies. In reality, this is him seeing the panic within his own party. If you appreciate the show, please do click the subscribe button. Why not? It's free.
Elon Musk's special government tenure is coming to an end, 130 days, I think another month. Yeah. Do you want him to stay longer, or is it time for him to go back to running his companies in Europe?
Well, I think he's amazing, but I also think he's got a big company to run, and so at some point he's going to be going back. He wants to.
Did you want to keep him around?
I'd keep him as long as I could keep him. He's a very talented guy. I love very smart people. He's very smart, and he's done a good job. Doge is, we found numbers that nobody can even believe, like 400 billion,
he just pulled that right out of Pottyville. The New York Times reports a special election that was supposed to be a snoozer is suddenly buzzing. So, of course, when a president appoints someone who is in Congress to a position, they have to resign that seat. And so then a special election is scheduled to fill it. And so you have Matt Gaetz who resigned, and then it didn't end up becoming Attorney General. Thank God. Pam Body's not much better, but at least she didn't have the whole... But then you have Mike Waltz, who's a part of the big Signalgate controversy, and he's the national security advisor. He also was a House Republican, so he had to resign his seat. And both of those are in Florida, and they both were in deep red districts. And at least one of them is looking like it could go the other way, or at least be a crazy strong swing in the direction of Democrats from the election of in November. And that could be a sign directly of how people are responding to Trump so far. And Elon Musk, a House race in the deep red Florida district, is seeing millions of dollars in spending ahead of Tuesday's election. Even in a loss, Democrats hope it will signal much needed momentum to special congressional elections on Tuesday, that is today. In Florida, we're supposed to have been cakewalks for the Republican Party. Instead, one contest has turned into the unlikely scene of a multi-million-dollar spending brawl and of pre-election finger pointing on the right over how the race ever became a race at all. And these are in races that, in districts that were just all the way deep Trump victories. Then the Wisconsin Supreme Court race, also happening today, turnout strong as Wisconsin decides key court contests. More than 2 million people are expected to vote to decide the balance of the state Supreme Court, as Elon Musk is paying $50 to anyone who uploads a photo of a resident outside a precinct. Very weird. Very, very weird. And he's been dumping money into it as well. So today is going to be an interesting referendum, or a few referenda, on Elon Musk so far and Trump so far. And the fact that that Florida race is competitive, and then hopefully the Supreme Court race will go the way of the liberal candidate, could be an early sign. It's not the biggest thing ever, because these are lower turnout elections, but an early sign that there is energy in the opposition, as I've been referencing before. Despite the fact that it does look like Elon's ultimately going to be pushed out of the administration, it is going to be because of political reasons, no matter what they say. To make it not look like a crisis within the administration, Trump is continuing to say positive things about Elon, as you heard there, and as he repeated here.
So you recently bought a Tesla for White House staff to use, but now there's all these domestic terrorists targeting Teslas. Are the staff scared to drive it?
I don't think so. I haven't heard. They were complaining. I did buy one, and I let the staff use it. We have it parked conveniently, and one day we give it to Margot, one day we give it to Chamberlain, give it to Natalie, we give it to everybody around, give it to Dan Scavino, but he's got so much money it doesn't matter. But they love the car, and it's a great car, and it's made here, and it's made in the country. He's got a tremendous plant now in Texas, and he has one in.
And first of all, put that on screen, Jaden. Kid Rock is here. Just remember that apparently Zelensky was insulting Trump by not wearing a suit because he was wearing more wartime clothes. And Kid Rock is wearing whatever the heck that is. And that's not insulting, apparently, to Trump. But this was the clip that I was actually thinking of.
He's got, despite the way he's been treated, so he's an American patriot, but the way he's been treated with Tesla is just terrible. It's just terrible.
Once he goes
in fact, you have a Tesla, and you love it. You love it. He was saying before he bought a Tesla, he loved it. A lot of people are buying Teslas, I think.
Why doesn't Trump know what the name of the car is? I want to know. It's not Tesla. He's just... I don't get it. But we do know that he loves Tesla.
I love Tesla.
We know that for sure. Ugh. Share your thoughts in the comments. Support the show. Get the members only bonus show by clicking that join button below.